Hey, what's going on, everybody? So in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the Purge Stormtrooper. And I think for the remainder of this video, I'm just going to call it a Purge Trooper. So this was a GameStop exclusive from 2019. And just last year from some of the third-party sellers, this thing was as high as $150 if I remember. So I ordered this at the beginning of February, and now it's the middle of April. So it took a bit for it to get here, but I'm just happy to finally have it and to get it at retail. And GameStop did a great job packing this thing. I mean, this box is perfect. I mean, there's absolutely nothing wrong with this box. So yeah, pretty happy about that. But that's the front. As you can see through the window, you get the figure, and he comes with two Clone Trooper blasters, the DC-15A and the DC-15S. So I guess during the events of Jedi Fallen Order, there's some clone weapons still lying around. So that's what he's got. And you got a cool picture of the Purge Trooper down there at the bottom. Yeah, I kind of like that. On that side, you got the large font going across, and then you have the regular font there. And on that side, it's just red, and it is not numbered because it was a GameStop exclusive. The top of the box is just black. On the bottom, you got the barcode and all the stuff that no one ever reads. And on the back of the box, you got the same picture as the front. You got a short bio in several different languages, and you got some more stuff that no one ever reads. I'm going to get the Purge Trooper open, and let's take a look at him. All right, so I got the Purge Trooper open, and let's take a look at him from head to toe. We'll start with this awesome looking helmet. I mean, this is one of my favorite helmets, I think. I know I have lots, but this is one of my favorite helmets. The paint is so clean on this thing. All the silver in here looks good. This looks just phenomenal in here. They did such a good job with that. Got some red on either side. This is very clean over here. The visor has just a hint of red. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, what a good looking helmet. That's what the back looks like. Just too cool. This Pauldron, I think they did a great job of making it look like it's made out of a material kind of similar to leather or vinyl. I mean, you got some wrinkles here where the snap is, some lines sculpted in here. Coming around, got some more slight wrinkles here. Got this strap going right here. This piece looks really nice, lines sculpted in. Man, it just looks so good. And since we're here, his back has some nice red painted in there. Looks awesome. Nice shiny black chest armor, looks really good. The belt is a separate piece. The belt can move freely. And it's pretty much just a standard Stormtrooper belt. You know, it's got the pouches, got this thing back here that we see on every trooper, but it looks nice. And his comma, I think it hangs pretty good. I mean, it sticks out just a little bit, but that's okay. And then you've got some little red plastic bits here that aren't really attached to anything. They just kind of hang underneath. You know, it's kind of a nice touch. I think they did a nice job on this buckle right there. Looks really good. Let's take a look at his left arm. Got a nice looking Imperial logo here. Shiny armor coming down, nice white stripe. On the right side, same thing. You've got an Imperial logo tucked under there. Shiny black armor, white stripe, but you have just a touch of red there on his little communicator piece. Looks really, really good. And for thighs, just shiny black armor, but you got a white stripe on the right thigh, and it just carries all the way down to the feet. It looks great. And it's cool that they kept the same sheen on the feet as the rest of the leg. I really like that a lot. Yeah, what a good looking figure. So let's just look at articulation on the Purge Trooper. So you got some side to side at the head. He has just a smidge of tilt, not much at all. He's got some slight forward and back at the neck, and that allows him to look down that much, and he can look up just that much. So the shoulder pads are pretty rigid. You know, they don't ride up over the chest armor, and they don't recess into it, so you don't get much at all in the way of arms up. But the arms can rotate around. You've got a swivel at the upper bicep. You have just ever so slightly what could be a butterfly joint. It may just be the actual joint flexing a little bit. As far as elbows, that is all you get. It kind of runs into this little middle piece there. Yeah, not the best elbows in the world. But you've got a swivel at the wrist. The right hand has an up and down hinge. And you got a side to side hinge on the left, but really all you get is in because this armor plate that's on the back of his hand kind of runs into his forearm armor. So yeah, not much out, but you do get some pretty good in. You've got a swivel at the waist. He can't really crunch forward. The chest armor bumps into the belt. He's got some okay back though. And you've got just a hint of side to side. You've got a swivel at the upper thigh that is completely hidden by the thigh armor. And if you rotate the legs out a little bit, the legs can get up to there. You've got double jointed knees, but the knee pad, the back of it, kind of gets pinched in there, so that's all you got. Feet only go down about that far. They can go up that far, and you've got some swivel at the ankle. And as far as accessories, there is his heavy blaster, the DC-15A. It's just like all the other Clone Trooper blasters, with the exception of they painted this silver, which is kind of a nice touch. And there's the other side, just more of the same. And it's not as bendy as I thought it was going to be. It's actually kind of rigid. And there's the DC-15S, the smaller blaster. It's just like all the ones we've seen. This one is pretty flexible, but it's just cast in black. There's no paint whatsoever. Yeah, just a standard Clone Trooper blaster. So let's see how he holds these, and we'll start with the small blaster first since I have it in my hand, and that goes right in very easily. The trigger finger goes right through the trigger guard. Yeah, that looks good. And he holds that very well with one hand. Now, as far as two-handed aiming, he does not have the best articulation in the elbows or the shoulders, so you cannot get this pistol up there to where he looks like he's aiming down the sights. He's got a pretty good wrist hinge, but still, he just can't get up. So I'm not even going to fool with it, which is unfortunate. You know, being such a cool trooper, I always love to see him aiming down the sights, but it just ain't going to happen with this guy. You know, but just having him at a relaxed, ready stance, I mean, that looks really, really good. I mean, just for funsies, I tried to get it up. That's about as far as you can get. So from the front, it looks kind of silly. From the side, it's not terrible, but yeah, he just can't get his arms up enough. Yeah, that's kind of disappointing. So now let's take a look at the DC-15A, the heavy blaster rifle, and that goes right in. And the trigger finger goes right through the trigger guard once again. Yeah, looks good. And he holds that pretty well with one hand. You got a little bit of wobble, but it's not going to fall out. And once again, just at a relaxed, ready stance. It looks good. I like it. And the ready stance holding it up, you know, not a bad look, but he just does not have very good elbows, so you can't get it close enough to him. And with two hands, it just looks kind of silly. He does not have good elbows or good shoulders. He's got a good wrist hinge, but yeah, two-handed aiming with this trooper just ain't gonna happen. So I'll probably just leave him at a ready stance, maybe holding it down low, which I think is a good look. It's such a good looking figure. So for me, this is totally passable. Yeah, so in closing, I'm pretty happy with this. I mean, I'm not completely blown away by it just because of the poor articulation in the arms. But man, what a good looking figure. I think just sitting on the shelf like this, it's gonna look great. The helmet is awesome. I love the pauldron, shiny armor. This is nice. All the paint. I mean, the Imperial logo looks killer. I mean, I just love that. It's pretty cool that they made this cloth. Thigh armor looks good. Love that little buckle. It's such a good looking figure. So I can sort of let this go, you know. But please comment below. I would love to hear what you guys think of this figure. I'm just happy to finally have one and to have gotten it at retail. I think it's going to look really good on the shelf. And if you like videos like this, please consider dropping a like on this video and subscribing to the channel and smacking that little notification bell. I would certainly appreciate it. And I just thank y'all so much for watching, and we'll just see you guys next time.